My wife always tells me.
It is a little different. I did it
Won't be done by the time I get home. My new ice rink.
It's 5:45. We're going to call this Finance Committee meeting to order. Present are council members Barker, Hottinger, Hauser, Labutus is sitting in for Lang, and Marvin. First item on the agenda is a request for appropriation amount of $14,000.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we had recently promoted a sergeant to deputy chief in the police department. He's not allowed to carry any comp time with that promotion. So this would be a payout for his comp time.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Barker, second by Labutus. Questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is a request for appropriation in the amount of $7,000.
Yes, this is a payout for Roger Fern, who left the cemetery and parks department, total count of $7,000.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Barker, second by Labutus. Any questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda is a request for appropriation amount of $13,500.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We'll fall on the sword on this one. When we were doing the street traffic budget, they originally asked for $25,000 for temporary help. I cut it back to $15,000, which was the same as it was the year prior. When it was input in the budget, we put in $1,500, not $15,000. There was a zero left out, hence the request for $13,500.
Second.
Motion by Barker, second by Hottinger. Questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is okay, so we just did 13,500, moving it from the general fund to OPT. Now we need a motion to move it into temporary services.
I'll second.
Motion by Barker, second by Hauser. Questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda is a request for appropriation amount of $23,000.
Yes, sir. This, we have a firefighter who's retiring, so this would be his payout.
Questions? Motion by Barker. Second by Labutus. Questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes
Thank you.
5-0. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is request for appropriation amount of $20,000.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Human Resources Director couldn't be here this evening. This account needs properly funded as there is an unemployment claim.
Motion by Labutus. Second by Hauser. Questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is a request for appropriation, excuse me, in the amount of $4,241.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
is there, isn't that on next resolution? There's 103.
This is for the other three.
I got it last one. Hey Doug, I'll speak to this.
Yeah, let me find it. Hold on. Oh, okay, here it is. I'm sorry. It's bottom. Okay, request for appropriation, the amount of $103,200.
Quickly you walk away. Quickly you walk away.
I heard you say 4,000. I'll let you have the big t-shirt tonight.
Did I yield the floor?
No, I thought you said 4,000.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, this is a request for appropriation of funds to enter into a contract with the Licking County Humane Society to provide humane agent services to the city of Newark. I think it's a fair question to ask, what does the city gain from this? Well, first of all, we don't have an animal control officer. So if we fill that position, according to the auditor's office, it's going to cost about $79,000 to fill that position. So we're looking at about a $24,000 difference between hiring someone and contracting out. So what is that $24,000 going to get us? I mean, first of all, we're not just hiring a single person. We're bringing in an entire organization and all of their resources. We're going to have a trained humane agent who is assigned specifically to the city of Newark. We're going to have around-the-clock coverage, 24/7, 365. We're going to have veterinary care and boarding provided for these animals. And we're also going to free up police resources. We're not going to have officers responding to every single animal welfare complaint. Lori Carlson from the Humane Society is here tonight, and she and I are available to answer any questions that the committee may have.
Any questions?
Mr. Chair, I just want to clarify, this starts in 2022, correct?
Yes, as soon as we get appropriated.
Okay, so it just says here for 2020, these funds are for 2020.
I think that's a typo in the,
Okay, I just wanted.
the contract is
Is
22.
22, okay.
Any other questions? Comments?
Motion.
I have a motion by Hottinger. Second by Labutus. I do have comment more than anything. I'm very happy and pleased that this is happening. The reason why, not only are we going to have someone to take care of this issue or concern within the city of Newark, but the reason why I also like that we're contracting it out versus hiring within. When we hire within, we're only allowed one, and we have to maintain that one. If that one goes down for any reason, whether it be like the current situation, promotion, whatever, we're down again and we're missing that person again. We don't have a backup system. This way, we also have a backup system. If one person leaves the job or something, there's a backup system, and I like that for our citizens. Because we have had a lag here for a while. And just while we've been trying to figure out which direction to go, I do like this direction that we're going. But if it doesn't work in the long run, then maybe we'll have to make an adjustment. But for right now, I think that the safety director has definitely made a good decision, and I'm supporting the direction that
Thank you.
this is, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes
Thank you.
5-0. Thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda is the request for appropriation $4,241. Now, Mr. Rhodes.
Yeah, I did get confirmation. that you
Or
had
is it
skipped
400,000?
That's fair. That's fair. This is an insurance refund. We had a tractor stolen. We just want to maybe replace it.
Motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Barker, second by Hauser. Questions and or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Thank you. The final item on the agenda is a request for appropriation amount of $3,000.
This is for indigent burials. We got this money back from the state. And we're going to just put it back into the indigent burials cemetery budget. Second.
Motion by Barker, second by Labutus. Questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
One final thing, the unappropriated balance stands at $692,208, and the budget stabilization fund stands at $1,013,804. And with that, this finance committee meeting stands adjourned.
Your turn.
Trying to figure out how to turn the phone on. So I was trying to figure out how to turn the phone on.
Beth. It's on.
I saw the dress.
Okay, I'll call the service committee meeting to order. Those present are myself, Raft, Harris, Barker, Blind, and Conacher. Up first will be resolution number 22-06, a resolution approving the establishment of a new community authority pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, Chapter 349, determining the method of selecting the board of trustees of the new community authority, making the city's appointments to the board of trustees, and making related authorizations and declaring an emergency. Mr. Bob.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You have the floor.
The preamble here of this resolution pretty well states the reason I'm standing before you here tonight. It is the next step for the city to establish this new community authority that we've been working on. And as it says, this resolution will approve that new community authority. It'll determine the method of selecting the board of trustees, which is in section 3 of this resolution. And then it'll also address who those city appointments will be. While your resolution in front of you tonight has blanks for those 4 appointments that city council will need to make, I think you're all well aware that city council is actively progressing to find some candidates to fill those slots. With that, Mr. Chair, I'll turn it over to you for a motion.
Have any questions for the committee? Motion by Parker. Second. Seconded by Harris. Questions from the audience? Seeing none, all those in favor of passing this on to council, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Pass with a vote of 5-0. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
That's all for this. Service committee will be adjourned.